Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 150 of the Holding Kourt podcast. Today, I'm joined by Mallory Swanson, U.S. Gold Medalist, professional soccer player for the Chicago Stars, and soon to be mom. We'll chat about her debut at the age of 17, navigating difficult situations throughout her career, the importance of mental health, giving back, and so much more. All coming up right now on Holding Kourt.
Bum 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 bum.
Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good. Just
Well,
living,
just going.
just going.
How are you? Well, I'm thinking when this will go out will be the first wild card game. How are you with like
Yeah.
the playoff? Like, are you scoreboard watching or you just let it ride?
Um, no, I feel like playoffs, like I like completely shift. Like during the season, I feel like I'm just like so chill because they play so many games that I'm like you can't get wrapped up in it.
Yeah, you
But
can't
then
ride every wave of one
no,
with you.
no. But then once the playoffs come, I am like a little stress ball.
I'm gonna see a different side of you. I've sat by you and you're
Yeah,
very calm.
yeah. And maybe this year I will be calm because pregnant, gonna be, I don't know. I feel like I'm calm in general, but oof, I don't know. There's been years where I was just, because it's like you can't control anything.
So we try to with like matching
Yes.
outfits and like
Yeah.
superstitions, but you
Yes.
have no
You can't,
control.
no, no. And then also like just the environment itself gets so intense. And then you get wrapped up in that. And then it's like, it's stressful. It really is. It's
Yeah.
more stressful being on the outside, like being a spectator supporter,
Yeah,
than being like the one playing. I think.
we have no control.
No, you really don't.
And I'll try to ask Justin what's gonna happen. I'll be like they'll be down in a series in the playoffs before. I'm like, well, you guys are down 2-1. What
Yes,
do you do? He's like, win tomorrow. I'm like, okay, but can you guarantee me that?
I know. I trust me. I've done the same thing. I'm like, so what is going to happen if this happens and that happens? And he's like, I feel like they just get in a mode of like they're just focused on the
Yeah,
game and then the next
exactly.
one. Yeah.
No, I can't do that. Okay, well, let's start at the beginning with you. Shift gears. More
Yes.
importantly, you made your debut for the U.S. Women's National Team at 17,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone else was just a
Oh my
regular high
gosh.
school kid.
Yes.
What was that like?
Um, Looking back at it, wow, that was, yeah, like 10 years ago. I always knew, like, growing up, like, I wanted to play soccer, like, do professional soccer. Um, and I wanted to be on the national team. At the time, like, when I was growing up, there wasn't really a league. There was, but it, like, wasn't what it is today. So, like, the national team, like, was the main thing. Like, Olympics, World Cup, that's, like, what I wanted to do. So, yeah, I debuted when I was 17, and I feel like I was just like this like little kid, like I'm leaving high school, my senior year of high school, gonna go play with the national team. And then like I remember in camp, and they call it camp, I like had to bring all my school books and like get my work done because like I still need to graduate.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was obviously, that's like the only thing I wanted to do. Like I didn't want to do anything else. So, and it kind of just like, I don't want to say it just happened, but looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, it kind of just like, it kind of happened like fast, you could say.
Yeah.
But I mean, literally, I was like, just happy to be there, you know? Like, I feel like I was just like, this is so cool, like taking it all in. I was like looking back at videos when they like pop up or whatever of me subbing in, like you could tell I was like so nervous. But at the time, like I didn't want to say I was nervous, but like I was so nervous. was like, I've never played in front of this many people. I remember like I was playing next to like the people that like I looked up to growing up. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then like the big stadium, like the whole thing, you know, and I was like, I think it was like a balance like of being like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then also being like nervous because I like actually was able to do it.
Did it feel like since you were so young, it was a little bit of imposter syndrome, or did you feel like you belong there?
I felt like I feel like there was like probably like a little bit like, what am I doing? Like I should be in school. And like at that time, I think it was like high school season. So I was like, maybe I like should be there. But then I also knew that like I wanted to do that. So, and like that was my biggest dream. So then I was like, no, I belong to be here, you know?
Yeah. Did
and
you
just
have
like embracing that
from
for sure
family, teammates, or were there? I'm sure there were some haters, but
I mean, there's always haters, and it is what
you're doing right.
it is what it is. And I think at the time it wasn't very common. You're seeing it a lot more. I think just like in sports in general, like it's just getting younger and younger. But at the time, like it wasn't very common. And so thankfully, like I did have like such a great support system around me. Whether that was like obviously my parents, my sister, my friends, even my high school. Like they were like literally so great because I was missing a lot of school, and they were like very accommodating of allowing me to kind of like make up work when like things were due, you know? So I feel like without that like support, I don't think it probably would have happened the way it did.
You were like Hannah Montana, I feel like.
Yeah. No, literally. No.
Playing on a big stage.
Yeah. It was definitely, I mean, it was like such a whirlwind. And like I said, like looking back at it, it was not common at the time. Like one of my other friends like left. She didn't even go to college, and she was like the only one that did that. Mm-hmm. She was like a few years older than me, but then at the time it was like just me. And I feel like that was like I was like, am I doing the right thing? I don't know. Like looking back at it, obviously I think everything worked out, but there were definitely times I was like questioning. I was like, oh my gosh, am I making the right decision?
Yeah. I saw something, I don't know if it's AI because you never know, but it was a yearbook quote of you.
Oh, that's real.
It's not AI, it's real.
No, that's real. I know you literally can't. The AI stuff has gotten out of control.
You never know.
I know. No, that's real. It was like something, it was in 6th grade. It was like my favorite 6th grade like memory was outdoor ed, which I feel like I got like so sick, and I feel like that was like not true. I just like had to put something down. And then it was like, when I grow up, I want to be on the USA soccer team and win a gold medal. And it was like, oh, I'm telling you, like that was like the only thing I wanted to do. So thank goodness that
it panned out.
It worked out, because I truly don't know what I'd be doing today. Like
no backup plan.
No.
Perfect.
No. And people always ask, like, if you were a soccer player, like, what would you do? And I'm like, I like literally couldn't tell you.
Really?
I know. So I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah. Well, flash forward and you ended up scoring the winning goal and winning a gold medal. So emotions around that. Do you remember it? I feel like everyone always says they black out. They have no memory of it.
No, I very much remember it.
Vividly remember this.
Vividly, because that game was, it was horrible. It was like, we played not well in the first half. I did not play well in the first half. And then it was like, it was like, you know, like when you make it that far, you're like, don't fuck up. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can cuss on this. Like, do not mess up.
Yeah.
I literally was like, that's like true. Like, you made it this far, you put on all these hours, like, don't mess up. So that's like kind of what was going through our heads, I feel like, during that game. And then the goal happened, and I was like, I don't know if you know what offsides is in soccer. That's okay.
A little bit, but
Yeah, like
you know better than I do.
just a little. One of my friends was offsides, and I was like yelling at her, like, don't touch it, like, you're off, like, the ball or whatever. And then I was like, the ball came to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I need to, like, score this, because I just told her don't touch it because she's offsides, because I was behind her and I could see it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I did. And then after that, longest 30 minutes of my life. Like, we had 30 more minutes to play, and
I cannot even imagine.
no, it was like
much time.
It was way too much time. I was like, let's get this. I was like, please, like, and they were just like coming down our throats, and like we were like defending for our life. Oh, yeah. Looking back at it, I was like, oh my gosh, exhausting, but obviously so rewarding.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you obviously celebrate, and then it's like, oh gosh, we still have an eternity.
Yeah,
for
literally.
This mean anything.
Yeah,
in the grand scheme of things.
And they, oh my gosh, and they like had like a couple opportunity, like they almost scored a couple times, and I was just like, it was awful. It was like, I've never wanted 30 minutes to go by so fast.
I cannot. Like,
yeah,
it
was awful.
Well, you've been through a lot in your career. Injuries for the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
How were you able to navigate that? Because just being shut down before something like that, I can't even imagine the place that you go.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, I feel like I've learned like so much throughout my career, and I had to do it at like such a young age. And whether that was like just like navigating injuries or navigating being left off of a roster, not going to an Olympics, not going to a World Cup, like because of all these like different reasons. Looking back at it, like, I'm very thankful that those things happened, but I feel like during those times, like, I don't know, I'm one that like family is everything to me. And so really just like leaning on my parents and my sister and Dansby, just to like navigate those times, like, was crucial for me, whether it was like injury and then missing out on the World Cup like 3 months before. That was awful. That sucked. And
not ideal.
No, it's like, what? Like, looking back, I'm like, what?
Who
like,
have I wronged in my life to
literally, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that was, and then like on top of that, I like obviously it got hurt my knee, and then I got like an infection in my knee. So then like dealing with that too, I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And then all of this is happening too, like when Dansby's first year here in Chicago too. So we're like navigating a completely new team, new environment. It was that year was like so hard on like both of us, and just like in different ways. But I feel like anytime, like, I mean, people always say like anytime like things get like hard or whatever, like leaning on the people that you can. And I like couldn't agree more with that.
Yeah. It's hard with the guys because they can't always be there. No. And they feel horrible.
Yeah.
they
literally can't.
Don't have choice.
Yeah, I remember there was I had surgery, and then like a week and a half later I had to like go in for like an emergency surgery because my knee was infected. And then I remember they had a 120 game. I think it was a Friday. Yeah, they had a 120 game. And like I woke up in like the middle of the night and I was like, Dansby, take me to the hospital. And like, not well. Went to the hospital. Long story short, went to the hospital. We're in the hospital until like 11, and my dad flew in, and I was like begging Dansby. I was like, please don't leave me until like my dad gets here. And he didn't, thankfully, but also he had a game, like he needed to go play. So, and we were like on the other side of town. So that day he literally like, I think he got to the field at like 12:30 or like 12:45. Yeah, put his uniform on and went and played. And I think he like actually did pretty well that day. So I was
feel
like,
they do well when there's like a
yes,
chaotic situation, because I think they're just not even thinking it.
they're not
just
thinking. Yeah.
their
Yeah.
mind is elsewhere, so they're
Yeah.
more relaxed in the
Oh, for
game.
sure. But it was like, oh, I felt so bad, but also like I didn't feel bad because at the time I was like, nothing
Either
matters.
worse. You're just
Yeah.
tired. I have
Yeah.
a surgery
Yeah.
and a
I
recovery and
am
all that.
very sick. Yeah. So, whew, but that was a fun year.
And that's such a long recovery. How do you even like see the light at the end of the tunnel? Like, how do you stay
Yeah.
motivated when you're going through something like that?
Honestly, I feel like this is like just kind of the mindset that I've always had with a lot of things is like you literally just have to do it. Like if you give yourself any other option, like it's not going to happen. So like if you just literally do it, like there's only one way through, and like you just have to.
You can't speed it up or anything. You just
Yeah.
have to go through.
Yeah. Like that's just life, and like it sucks sometimes, but like you literally just have to get through it. And like those times, like you learn, I feel like you learn as like a person the most during those times, you know, like that's like so cliche to say, but like you really do. But yeah, I feel like I was just like motivated by the fact that I was like, I don't have another option. I like have to get back on the field. And honestly, thankfully, like the Olympics were the next year. So it like kind of like that like motivated me too, to be able to like get back for that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like I have basically this happened, but I have like 1 year to get back and try and make an Olympic team and then try and win. So
yeah, having something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that helps a lot.
Yeah. And then you spoke a lot about mental health. And was it through that injury that you realized how important it was to take care of your mental health? Or was it just kind of like a slow build? Like, okay, I need to not only just take care of my recovery.
Yeah.
Physically, but also mentally.
I think actually like mentally, I was like actually in a really good space once I like accepted that I wasn't going to go to the World Cup. Because there was a time there was like,
did you think you were going to when you were?
No, literally. I looked at my PT. I'm like, okay, we have 4 months to get me back. This is like a year recovery. I was like, we have 4 months. And she's like, okay, yeah. I remember like looking at the doctor. I'm like I could probably be like running by then. I would like tell my teammates that too. I was in like Delulu land, to be honest. I was like, whatever. But yeah,
it could be happening.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I was even like thinking that way, because I was in Delulu land. Like I literally was like, I'll be fine. Wait, what was your question?
Pregnancy brain?
No, literally. It has gotten a little better, but it's not the best.
I feel like it happens. It's not pregnancy brain. It's after you have a baby, and then you're just.
I know everyone keeps saying, they're like, just
Yeah.
wait, it gets worse.
I
I'm
think
like,
it's like
oh, great.
just will say something to me, and I just don't hear him. I think that's maybe the only
Selective
just
hearing.
waiting for an answer. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
wait, you were talking. Sorry. I think that's my only side effect I can share with you. I think now I'm like,
I don't know what were we talking about.
where are we? Like when you realized that you needed to also like take
Oh,
mental health.
Yes. I feel like actually when I got cut from the Olympics before, so that was like 2021.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's when I like was like, oh my gosh, like my mental health was like all over the place. And then I worked with like a sports psych guy, who's also like pretty faith-based, which was great because it was like a mix of the two. And I think it was more, that was like the first time in my career and like life that I realized that like me being whole and like wholesome and happy and everything off the field is going to be the best like translation of me on the field. Like the two and two do like coexist. So I don't know. I definitely, I feel like that year, like 2021 was like the first year that I like really realized that I was really struggling on the field. But I was like trying to figure out why. And it was obviously like the pressures that you put on yourself. And then off the field, like I had fun that year off the field because it was like my first year in Chicago and I was like, oh, this is so fun. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it was definitely that year that I like just like realized the importance of it, and maybe it was like after COVID. And I feel like everyone's mental health during COVID was like probably not the best given the state of the world, but
Yeah. Strange time.
But yeah, I feel like now I'm like definitely huge on it and like definitely just because I've like been through so many things and like can kind of like relate to people about just like when times are hard,
Yeah. And you mentioned Dansby, obviously being an athlete. Does that has to play like a huge role in having someone that understands going through all of this and being able to be like the sounding board and the support and
For sure. Yeah. I feel like we're very different athletes, like our like mental side. Like I feel like probably given the like state of the game that they play is like you're failing most of the time, which is like I always say I'm like I don't know how you do it. Like it's not easy. Like the mental side of that baseball is like probably the hardest in sports in my opinion. Because you are like failing majority of the time. And with soccer, it's like, it's so not easy, but like you have to like be quick to forget. And with baseball, like you're like going in every single thing. I don't know how they do it, but it is nice being able to like kind of connect in that regard. But like we play such different sports. I think the way that we do connect in that regard is like the internal pressures that you put on yourself, of like wanting to be, like, I feel like as an elite athlete, like you put the most pressure on yourself. And then like the outside noise, like you get to a point in your career where you like ignore it, but it's always like the internal pressure that you put on yourself. So I feel like it's been nice to, well, right now I'm not playing, but it was nice to like be able to like kind of bounce that off each other.
Yeah, for sure. I want to talk a little about women's sports because I feel like they're continuing to grow, but I feel like recently with basketball, soccer, it's been
For sure
off the charts. So how much have you seen the game grow since you started? And how does
Oh my
that?
gosh, a ton.
Yeah.
literally a ton. Yeah, I feel like I was like with the national team. I was like so fortunate to be able to like be in that time of like when they were like fighting for like equal pay and everything. And I didn't at the time, like I was so young. And I was just like taking everything in. Like I was just trying to learn and the whole thing. And I obviously had like the veterans leading that. So that's like obviously, and now we're like seeing the benefits from that, which is amazing. And just, yeah, it's like really cool just to see. But with the league, oh my gosh, crazy. Like it's grown so much. And I'll always say like, I still think that it can grow even more. But obviously those things like take time. But yeah, I mean, the stories I have, I don't know, like the first, my first year in the league, like we were in this like our locker room was honestly like I can't even, it was so tiny. It was like, like a middle school locker room, like the little, yeah, that was our locker room. And so like little things like that have like grown so much. Even just like the season itself, it used to be like March through September and then you were done. I feel like the women's game has just grown so much that now it's even longer. People obviously are getting paid more, which is great. I think the coverage is getting out there, and I feel like that's because of, I feel obviously like social media like has a big role with that, but yeah, I feel it's grown like it's really grown like exponentially, honestly, and it's really cool to see. And I feel like just women's sports in general, like you said, like basketball too. Like I feel like a lot of people are like tuning in on that. It's insane.
No, it's really cool. It's fun at games to see like girls run up to you and talk to you, hear their story where they watched you play. Is there an interaction that stands out that you're like, okay, wow, this is really cool, or just like something you hear a lot of when fans are coming up to you?
I feel like it'll like never get old of like just being like, you're my favorite player. I look up to you so much, because like when I was young, I was like, that's like, I want to be able to like be an inspiration to other people. And so I feel like it's really cool when little girls and they just like come up to me and say that stuff, because I'm like, now we like are in a place where they can actually like go to the games and like watch the games, and they like, it's like more accessible to them than for me when I was growing up. I was like, obviously you had your like favorite players and people you looked up to, but it wasn't as accessible, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And then in line with the platform that you have and Dansby have, you recently started a foundation earlier this year, Purpose and Calling Foundation. I want you to chat a little bit about that and what you guys are working on.
We obviously like had the talks of it years ago. And we like never really like, we had it in motion. But we just like those things like take time, like it takes time to build something special. And so, yeah, I feel like the like main reason why we wanted to start it is Dansby and I, fortunately, were like blessed growing up where we didn't really have to like worry about resources of how I was going to get to soccer practice or like school or like that stuff. Like, our parents worked really hard to like provide that stuff for us, but it was never like a real issue. So, or maybe they hit it well. I don't know. We were just like very like fortunate in that sense. So we obviously like just want to like be able to like make an impact on whoever it is, to be able to like, that the name is purpose and calling, to like fulfill their purpose and calling in life, you know?
Yeah.
And that doesn't have to be sports. That can be a doctor or whatever, like whatever it is, you know? So, yeah, we just want to be able to like connect with the youth, here in Chicago, and then hopefully like expand back home in Atlanta, just with providing resources, and whether that's just like our insight or our time and connection, or whether that's just different resources to be able to like navigate those tough situations. Yeah, and it's been really fun, and I feel like this year we definitely like, we're like, okay, I'm like not playing right now, and so it's been fun for me to like kind of like start that up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm more into that.
Yeah, but no, it's been fun, and I'm just like really looking forward to just kind of like seeing what else we can do with it, you know? I feel like there's going to be a lot of like opportunities just to be able to like connect with people, and I love like connecting with kids, and whether that's literally like sharing my insight or doing a camp or whatever it is.
Yeah. No, it's so important. And it's very respectful, because Justin and I started our foundation. It is a lot of work, but it is so worth it. And I think you realize more and more through, well, your platform. I didn't really have a platform, but Justin's platform.
Yeah.
Just like the small gestures that can make an impact to kids. I feel like you don't even realize, like we'll do a hospital visit, and then, you know, you get an email years later of like, oh my gosh, my kid is still talking about when Justin came in and visited them and checked in on them, or just something so small. So I think it's really good that you guys are using.
I mean, like that's like what it's all about, right?
Yeah,
like
totally.
like
And it'll be fun to see kind of like where it takes you too, like making it just more open-ended, and you'll see kind of what things pull you, and you're also not limited
right
to where you want to.
I mean, you guys probably have like experienced this. I feel like it's not only like fulfilling for, it's like impactful in both ways, you know? And I think I've always said like that's like what makes like the world go round, you know? And so, and like that's obvious, like baseball, soccer, like sports are amazing and fun, but being able to like make an impact in people's lives is like the best thing.
Yeah. We always say, like when it's all said and done, that'll be the situations that we remember the most, I feel like. And you'll do something, do an event, and you know, the parents, the kids are thanking us. And we're like, no, it's like, thank you guys.
Yeah.
After an event, we're always buzzing. We're like, that was the best. Like that was amazing. So I feel like it is that mutual benefit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Congrats on that.
Thanks.
And then more congratulations. We chatted a little about it, but you're expecting a baby soon-ish.
Yes. Soonish, I know.
And
counting
how are you feeling on that front? It's always a loaded question, but
I know. I feel really good. Both physically, mentally, emotionally, all the things. I feel really good. I am like so excited for all the things, you know? It's definitely going to be, I mean, you know, like I feel like 0 to 1 is like, so that's probably like the most impactful than like 1 to 2. Is what I've heard. But I'm like, we're both so excited. It's going to be like the best thing ever. And this is so cliche. It's life-changing, but literally it's life-changing. Like, I'm like, Dansby, you realized we can't like just like pick up and go to dinner.
I know.
You know,
I was the get up and go girl. I was like, wait, someone wants to go to Napa tomorrow? Let's go. Pack a bag.
Like literally, I'm like, no. There's like some planning. And like, I feel like I'm definitely more of like, no, Dansby needs a plan, but he's not good at planning. because I feel like it's just been like given to him, like
These guys, like it is,
yeah,
it's
like show up at the field at this time, do this
Yeah.
at this time. And so I'm like very interested to see how that's going to work, because I'm like the same way in a sense, but like I'm the one doing the planning. And I mean, it's just I'm like, yeah, we have a baby now. Like you can't just like go and do something. You got to like plan around it. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
That'll be exciting.
I know. I'm so excited.
And you obviously plan on returning to soccer after
Yeah.
baby.
Yep. That is the plan. Yeah.
Do you have teammates that have went through obviously like
Mhm.
starting a family, middle of career that you've kind of leaned on and looked
Yeah.
to for guidance, and they're like, it's great, it's fine, it's easy. Let's do
Yeah. I have a few, which is just it's so cool to see, because like it's like such a different thing, and it's not like super normal, but it's like becoming more normal.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people in the league that just announced like their pregnancies, which is amazing. And yeah, and I've had like a few teammates just like that I've seen have a baby, come back and play and like absolutely crush it. And so I'm like hoping that that's the case for me.
It will be. I
But
think
we'll
that's so
see.
badass. Like
No, it seriously is. I'm like, how
you're
like,
gonna feel so empowered and just like
right? I'm like, oh my
best.
oh geez. But there is like so much. Thankfully, Dansby and I have like a great support system.
Yeah.
And so like that's gonna help a ton to like help obviously when he's at the field, and then when
yeah.
the whole thing. Planning.
Yeah. You're gonna hear all of it. No, I love that. I feel like is there backlash for something like that? Like, did you get negativity? I don't know if you're like a comment reader or anything. Well,
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
that doesn't surprise me, but
like I feel like there's always people that are like, everyone has their opinion, and that is fine. Like you can have your own opinion, whatever. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely people who have been like, why would you do that in like the middle of your career, this and that? And it's like, well, this is like my life and my career, and like I've always wanted to be a mom, and I've always wanted to like try and come back and play. Like I think that would be
yeah.
like, and it's doable. Like I've seen my teammates do it firsthand, and to be honest, it's like so inspiring, like looking at them. And
Yeah.
And so yeah, I feel like there's always been, I feel like just in general, not even with me, like there's always been like people who are like, why don't you just wait until after you're done playing? And I'm like, well, you can do that. Like, why don't you do that? Like, why don't you try?
Yeah.
Do
And
that,
every single guy in baseball started their family when they
exactly.
were playing.
Yeah, exactly.
The one carrying the child. So
Yeah, it's a little different, but
yeah,
kind of the same.
no, doesn't surprise me.
I know.
Okay, well, before I let you go, rapid fire.
Perfect.
You ready?
I'm really bad at these, by the way.
No one's been good at them. They've not been rapid, or people have just not had answers. So I have faith in you. Pump up song, or like what you're like
gosh.
pregame.
Honestly, whatever's like playing in the locker room, it's like, so I like don't really listen to like my own music. It's like whatever's playing in the locker room, and then I'll like add a little songs here and there, like whatever I'm feeling.
What's your like genre of music that you listen to?
Oh, it varies.
Okay.
It like very much varies. It's like country, worship music, and then like older rap.
Yeah.
Like not like the new, I don't know, like the new stuff. But then I like end up catching myself singing along because I've heard the songs because of the locker room, you
Yeah.
know, or like a trend on TikTok or like something like that, you know.
I love that. That was not rapid, but I like the insight. Okay,
See?
what's your cheat food? Or I guess I could shift that to like your pregnancy craving right now.
Okay, pregnancy craving would be like anything fruit, like all
Nope.
fruit.
I think that's been for a minute now.
Oh yeah, it's been, yeah. And then I feel like people have asked me the pregnancy like craving, and I'm like, I would say fruit, but like I've had more like aversions of like fried food. Literally disgusts me. I'm like, Dansby brought something home like early on from the field. Oh gosh, it's like this like fried chicken thing, and I to this day I'm like, am I ever gonna be able to eat fried chicken again? Like, I hope so.
Yeah,
But you ruined it for me. So thanks.
it'll come back.
I know.
Do you have a hobby that might surprise people?
I wish. I wish. I was like trying to learn.
You're knitting?
No, I was trying to learn the piano. Like I have super
Oh.
long. Yeah, I have like super long fingers, and like everyone's always said like I would be great at doing the piano. And
No?
I like for the past 2 years I've been like I just need someone to come over and give me the lessons. And
Have you started or no?
no, I did like early on YouTube stuff.
Can you read music?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. No. I'm not like no, music's like not my thing, but like I tried.
Don't be playing a lullaby to baby.
Yeah, probably. That's about it.
Piano's hard. I can't do it. I can read music, but I don't know. I can't do the two-hand situation. Like, I could go like on a keyboard and like play notes, but that's about as far as it goes.
I feel like I like need to do it because this is not rapid fire at all, Will. But
I said no one's been good at it, so we're keeping.
I feel like I need to do it because my brain like needs to be like simulated in a different way than what it is.
Word or something.
But maybe next year.
Yeah, you'll have so much
doubt
time.
it.
So much time while you're mounting a comeback and raising a baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I love that. A player that you would love to play with.
Oh my gosh, that's a really good question. I would say I would love to play with Marta. She's like Brazilian GOAT, like full time. She's still playing. She's still crushing it. Yeah, Marta.
That was rapid fire.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll end on a positive, wholesome note. Do you have a piece of advice you'd give to young girls that are going after their dream, whether it's like soccer or just life related?
Yeah, I probably would say, I always say this because I truly believe it, is like just have fun. Because I feel like once you like lose the fun in something, it just becomes a job, and then it's just like something you have to do, versus like the mindset of like you get to do it. So I would definitely say just like have fun, never lose the fun, and never lose like the joy and why you're like doing that.
Love that.
Yeah,
That's good.
thanks.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. Thanks for joining me. How can everyone follow you on Instagram?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea.
Have you updated it to your married
What is
name?
my Instagram? I think it's MalPugh. No, it's not. Like the @ thing is
Perfect.
MalPugh. MalPugh.
And your foundation is Purpose and Calling Foundation on Instagram.
Yes.
They can check that out.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. And a reminder to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and you can watch episodes on YouTube now. So that's a lot of fun.
Ooh.
Well, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye. Are you going to say bye?
Oh.
I didn't give you a cue, to be fair, but you know, if you want to. No pressure.
Bye, everyone.
bum 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 bum.